Hello there guys, and welcome to this X-Plane 11 video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a newly released masterpiece by Aerobask, no other than the Diamond D-62, which was released a few days ago. We are currently situated at 11 Sierra. It is a rainy day here, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the aircraft 3D modeling, texture work, aircraft systems, and then we're going to take it for a short flight around the area to test it out. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let us begin by taking a look at the 3D modeling and texture work. Aerobask has really established a name for themselves for creating very high quality visual models, and this aircraft is not an exception. The 3D modeling and the texture work is absolutely exquisite. Really a masterpiece of an aircraft. If we take a look here at the model itself in terms of authenticity, it is a very authentic replica of the real aircraft. As you can see, the PBR has been done very well on this aircraft to give it a shiny look, shiny metal look, and it does look very realistic. The paint on the aircraft looks as if it came out of the factory, and really beautiful representation of the blades, and the curvature in the blades is looking absolutely phenomenal. I'd like to point your attention to the amount of details that Aerobask has introduced into the landing gear of this aircraft. And as you can see, it looks extremely realistic, both in terms of details and in terms of the application of PBR. And it gives this aircraft really an immaculate, very realistic and authentic appearance. In terms of the quality of the exterior 3D model, texture work, PBR, the details, and the final finish, this aircraft receives the full mark, a 10 out of 10. Do I really need to say anything about this aircraft's interior? Aerobask, without a doubt, has done a phenomenal job in creating a highly authentic and very high quality visual representation of the real DA-62. If you look at the panel work here, and all the switches and the buttons, if you look at this area right here, the knobs, the levers, the switches, and look at those leather seats. They look like absolutely like real leather. And the texture work here, there's a lot of work that has gone into really modeling this aircraft and give it this realistic and authentic look. Really a job very well done by Aerobask. Again, as you can see here, let me move this, and the reflection again inside the cockpit is very realistic. The metal representation is spot on. Really a very authentic, very realistic look. I really have a lot of appreciation for the work done by Aerobask. Again, as you can see here, the seats in the back, they're looking very good indeed. Right over here, again, the carpets here. Really nice touch again by leaving some catalogs here. Really, look at the door handles here. Again, it looks very realistic. There's a bit of rust there. It looks really incredible. The interior modeling of this aircraft, as well as the exterior, looks absolutely phenomenal. The final verdict on the 3D model and the texture work, the details, the final finish is an absolute 10 out of 10 in my opinion. With such high quality aircraft from Aerobask, they have integrated a very high quality control panel. And I like the fact that the control panel doesn't show on the screen, but to activate it, you can move your mouse down here and you'll see the Aerobask logo. Clicking that will bring up the control panel. Now the control panel gives you access to the passengers, so you can add passengers to the aircraft, you can add luggage, fuel, it will give you your final payload, weight and balance information. You can also toggle the reflections and oxygen sound on and off, and you can also change the status of your breakers. You can fill up your oxygen here, and you can open the doors, as you can see here, and the sounds are phenomenal. These are all FMOT sounds, and let me tell you, in the sounds department, this aircraft, I rate it probably a 9, if not a 10, a 9 out of 10 for sure, because the sounds are very well made. And we'll take a look once we start the engines and take off, that the sounds are really done quite well, really worthy of an aircraft of this quality. Without following a particular checklist, let's go ahead and power up the aircraft. Electrical master is on. And by the way, starting this aircraft is very easy, and Aerobask has done this on purpose to appeal to a wider audience, so the seasoned flight simmer as well as a newcomer to X-Plane will really enjoy this aircraft. Go ahead and set the fuel here. And we're going to turn on the fuel pumps. Listen to those sounds. Absolutely gorgeous sounds. And engine masters. And we're going to begin with the left engine here. Listen to those sounds. Beautiful. Alright, and let's do the same for the right engine. Beautiful sounds. Alright, we can turn off the fuel pumps, and we're going to turn the avionics master, pitot heat. Oh, we should have turned on our position light. We turn it on. Let's listen to the engine sounds from the outside. Really nice sounds. And by the way, you can see that there is a rain effect here. It's not exactly an immersive rain effect where you see the drops of rain on the windshield. Nevertheless, it is simulated for increased immersion. Okay, let's take a look here. Alright, let's go to the Garmin device. We'll set our transponder to 1200. And let's see here. We're going to set our altitude to 10,000 feet. That is set. And the heading. Actually, we'll leave the heading alone for now. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's turn on the taxi light. And we're going to just taxi right here to the runway. In fact, what I'll do, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the landing lights and strobes, since we're really close to the runway here. And everything else looks good. Okay, so now the rotation speed with the flaps up is about 80 knots on this aircraft. So what we'll do now is we're going to release the parking brake, and we're just going to taxi to the runway and depart. We're going to need all the runway that we can get to get this aircraft to 80 knots. Alright, here we go. And let's go. Listen to the engine sounds. And gears going up. Beautiful sounds, very, very immersive. I really like how this aircraft handles in the air. Alright, let us now go ahead and do some of our famous tests. One is the rudder test. And the rudder test, the significance of the rudder test is not really to test the flight model, but to test how fluid the simulation is. So let's go ahead and give it left rudder. Very fluid. And right rudder. And we're going to now do a left turn. Very nice indeed. And the right turn. Alright, What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the power on idle. And as you can see now, we have a warning that says check gear. Pitch up. And we're about to reach our stall speed. There we go, that's the stall warning. Man, those engine sounds are absolutely gorgeous. Very well made. Alright, let's take a look here at the operation of the autopilot. Autopilot is on, and we'll see here. Heading. And now the autopilot is engaged. As you can see, the operating this aircraft is pretty easy, and I really have a lot of appreciation for the work that Aerobask has put into this aircraft. Ice detected, so we need to turn on the de-ice, put on max. As you can see, Aerobask has really built a very high quality, very immersive aircraft. Icing conditions are simulated, rain effects, a very high quality visual model, a really aircraft that will bring hours of enjoyment to your flying experience in X-Plane 11. Alright, let's go ahead and land back at 11 Sierra. Let me tell you, this aircraft is a lot of joy to fly, and I am sure that you will immensely enjoy flying this aircraft in the X-Plane world. A highly recommended aircraft, really, by Aerobask. A job very well done. And we are back at the airport, and those runway slopes are pretty severe here. A bit of a bumpy runway slopes here, but overall, let me tell you guys, I thoroughly enjoyed flying this aircraft for the last couple of days. A highly recommended aircraft by Aerobask. In fact, I enjoyed this aircraft slightly more than the Pipistrel Panthera, which is also by Aerobask. But just really the sounds, the quality of the final finish, the immersion, the flight model, the way the aircraft handles in the air is really done to a very high standard. Well done. My final rating of this aircraft is the perfect 10 out of 10. If you like general aviation aircraft, this aircraft will bring hours of enjoyment to your flying experience in X-Plane 11. I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.